Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and today we're gonna be checking out the ThunderCats Ultimates Evil Glow Mumm-Ra from the folks over at Super7. That is right, my friends. We've got ourselves a glow-in-the-dark variant of Mumm-Ra. This particular figure was a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, and my order just showed up, so I'm pretty excited to dive in and check it out, because I love me some glow-in-the-dark toys. So first of all, let's check out this amazing packaging, because it comes in the same style packaging with the slip cover we've seen for the other ThunderCats figures, but it's got this amazing glossy box. You can see it's actually like a maroon and red color instead of the black that we usually see with Mumm-Ra's logo on there. It is very shiny, very cool. Really, really love it. And then of course you can remove that slip cover, which reveals our evil glow Mumm-Ra and all of his accessories right there inside of the packaging. Gorgeous, gorgeous box, but we're going to go ahead and rip this packaging open, and we're going to get a closer look at the action figure within. All right, so we've got our evil glow Mumm-Ra outside of the packaging. So here's the deal, guys. It's the exact same figure that we already got from Super7 in the Ultimates line, and I did a full review of that. So what I really want to focus on here is the few things that are different about this, specifically, of course, the fact that he's made out of glow-in-the-dark plastic. Otherwise, he's the same exact figure, and honestly, this looks really cool. You can see that the Mumm-Ra figure himself is made in that glow-in-the-dark plastic, that very classic one that has sort of like that off-white look to it, and it glows green, but it does have a really nice kind of black wash on there as well. So you can see he comes out of the package wearing the plastic robe, which is still done in a red color, so the robe itself does not glow. And there are some details on him that are painted, so those parts also will not glow. For example, the eyes are still bright red, just like your regular Mumm-Ra. Now, I do believe some of the early photos of this showed him with the glow-in-the-dark plastic eyes, so that way his eyes glowed too, but this final version does have the red eyes, and they unfortunately don't glow because they are painted over there. So I want to remove this robe because I want to show you guys the glow-in-the-dark plastic here. Just like on the other one, in order to remove the robe, you actually have to use your thumb to kind of pop the head off of the ball joint there, and then you can pull the head out, and then the robe just kind of slides up off of the figure there. So let's pop that head back on, and that way we can get a good look at the figure. I mean, he looks awesome. He's just completely made out of that glow-in-the-dark plastic, but they do have this really nice dingy wash on there that still brings out all the details of the mummy wraps and just makes them look, well, dingy. So I do like that quite a bit. I think that is really, really cool. And he does come with all of the exact same accessories as we got before, but all of those accessories are now also done in glow-in-the-dark plastic. So we've got his staff, which does have some painted details, the white of the teeth, the red of the eyes, the black of the horns, and it's got that same black wash on there. It actually looks really cool painted like this. I think that's awesome. And done in that glow-in-the-dark plastic looks really, really cool. And then on top of that, we do still have things like the Rosencrantz medallion, but now done in glow-in-the-dark plastic. The Book of Thundera, also done in glow-in-the-dark plastic. Little bit of painted detail on there. We've got the urn that holds the Thunderium. Again, got some nice black and white painted details on there, but it is molded in glow-in-the-dark plastic. And then we've got the hilt of the Sword of Plundera. So all of those same accessories just now molded in the glow-in-the-dark plastic, which means they all glow, and it looks really, really cool. So lots of different options there for displaying your Mumm-Ra, which also includes the interchangeable hands and head. So I showed you already how you can easily pop that head off there if you want to pop the new one on in its place, and that's going to give you the open mouth. This is one thing that I really want to warn you guys about. This glow-in-the-dark plastic makes it very hard to swap the joints. I don't know, I guess it's because it's probably a little bit harder. It's not quite as soft and pliable as plastics usually are on joints where you have swappable parts. So you may need to use a hair dryer on a low setting to kind of warm the plastic and soften it. I had to do that the first time I swapped the heads, and the hands on this guy. And so we do have like the 2 open hands, but we've also got the 2 gripping hands. And like I said, be very careful with that, because I almost snapped the peg on this gripping hand, because even though I had already once warmed it to do the swap on, when I tried to take it back off, the peg got stuck and it immediately started stretching. I don't know if you guys can tell that. I almost snapped this off and got that peg stuck in his wrist. Be very careful with this. If you're gonna swap the parts, you may want to consider doing that warm up with the hairdryer. That way you don't have to worry about these little pegs getting stuck on this harder glow-in-the-dark plastic. So with the warning out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the options for the glow-in-the-dark feature, because the glow feature does look really, really great. When you put this guy in a dark room, especially when you charge him up with some good lights like the LEDs I have on him right now, the glow is very bright, very vibrant, still looks cool because, you know, that little bit of black wash still kind of shows on there. The eyes don't really glow at all, like I said, because of the red paint, but all in all, the glow is really nice on this guy. And if you want to change things up a little bit, he does also come with the cloth cape, which has got the wires in it. This is very cool. So again, we're just going to pop that head off to put on this different robe, because it works better that way. Put it on over the neck, and then we can attach whichever head that we want to use. I like this one here with the open mouth for right now, so that's what we're going to do. But there's nice wires in the hood, just like on the regular version. So you can kind of fold that around his head the way that you want to. And then you can also fold the wires in the cape itself. So you can, you know, hang it down like it's just regular robes hanging on him, or you can make it so that it's billowing out, which is really, really cool. And again, either way, the glow-in-the-dark plastic looks incredibly cool with this guy. So, I want to go ahead and do this. It's comparison time. I want to show this new glow-in-the-dark Mumm-Ra standing alongside the standard Ultimates version, just so you can see the difference there by using that glow-in-the-dark plastic. But there's one other thing I want to point out. You'll notice I've got the 2 cloth capes here. The cloth cape on this new glow-in-the-dark version is a much darker red. The red that was used on the standard release was bright and vibrant, and that was cool, but you know what? I got very curious how this new darker red robe would look on the standard figure, and you know what? I think it looks better. I think that looks really, really cool. So there's another option for you. If you want to do some part swapping between figures, this new darker red robe looks pretty good on the standard release. Hey, let's throw up some other glow-in-the-dark figures in there. Super7's done a lot of glow-in-the-dark figures recently, and I am loving it because I have always been a sucker for glow-in-the-dark toys. It's really cool seeing these standing together. And there you go, my friends. That is basically it. That is the glow-in-the-dark version of Ultimates Mumm-Ra from the folks over at Super7. I like this guy. He's a super niche item. Not everybody, I don't think, is going to need this. If you like glow-in-the-dark figures, I think you're going to dig this guy. If you're looking for some cool swappable parts, maybe those glow-in-the-dark weapons will look good with your regular Mumm-Ra. Definitely that cloth robe will look good with your regular Mumm-Ra. So something else for you guys to think about. As I mentioned, this one is exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store, and it is still currently in stock. It's a bit pricey at the $50 price point. So again, it's totally not going to be for everybody. I'll put a link down in the video description if you guys want to go check it out for yourself. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and until next time.